folks. That was me just getting ready for part 2 here. Had to start up Supervisor Baby. And, yeah, all right. We are back for part 2. So I was fiddle-farting around here listening to shortwave for a while. And usually I come in the lab later and work on lanterns. But I do come in here and do my shortwaving, listen to shortwave, and do some DXing. But while sitting here, I did straighten out some of these things. These were all, yeah, somebody had definitely stuck a screwdriver in here and pried really hard and even split the metal a couple times. But I was able to get in there and get them all straightened out. So that is all good to go. And for this, I did actually get the remnants of that little brass hinge pin out. I kind of just opened up this gap just ever so slightly, and it came out. And I found this little piece of copper wire that I'm going to use. I found it was in a piece of coax, this center conductor, single piece coax. I'm sorry, single strand copper, and it fit in there just fine. That should be just fine for, I'll bend that over. That'll make the hinge. You'll see. I mean, it looks just like the brass one. Do the same deal. And, since this thing is obviously never going to be living in a barn again, let's hope not. I shouldn't worry about that, rusting or tarnishing or anything. So, let's get back to everything. This is all cleaned up. It's ready to go. That. Don't need that. Now, boy, where were we? There is just so much surface area in this thing with all this stuff. I think I'm just going to grab the small metal wheel on a Dremel and just kind of go around and find stuff and clean her up. But I am going to need, I think, a fresh wheel. Let's see what our status is. Oh, yeah, that's pretty shot. Okay, yes, fresh. Now, they pack these things. This is the Walmart brand. Now, it's a Walmart brand. You'll find them in there next to, they got their own brand. It's like Forever Tough or some kind of weird thing like that. But you get 4 of them for like half the price of buying 2 Dremel. And they work really good. They're fine. I mean, Dremel might last just a little bit more. A little bit longer. But, I mean, for that price, come on. So I feel a lot better about doing lanterns when I got them much cheaper like that. Because they're, you don't think about it, but there is, added cost, other than your time, cost to, doing your lanterns. I mean, you saw how many nylon bits I went through in part 1. So, okay, let's see where to start here. I know there's a lot of spots for my pointy bits to get in and get all this dirtiness off of here. Oh, yeah, you know what else I worked on? I worked on filler cap. Got that cleaned up nice. Good. Not overly shiny or anything. Not overly polished. Just, it's brass now. bit, which will soon become a pointy bit. But I'm starting out with a fresh broom bit because I have some wide areas here. I need a wide pointy bit, if that makes any sense. It does in my brain. But so here, this is a broom bit. Here's what it looks like not long after starting use. It twists, you know, in the direction of, you know, your drummer tool's rotation. So yeah, I mean, it's just natural. That just happens real quick. But I'm going to try to get in some spots here, maybe even up in here, because that looks a little nasty. So, okay. So we're gonna try a little polishing. I'm gonna go low speed on the Dremel. Alright, so I rarely mess with the RPMs on this. Isn't adjustable. Alright, well I got the Dremel going nice and slow. That's actually the slowest setting. Let's see, does that throw it around or not? Okay, so I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit. That's good. Yeah, we'll do this little filler stem too while we're at it. I'll have to play with it while we got it. This is Brasso, by the way, in this thing. Well, anything else we want to polish up? Oh, we got these little things here. Messy, messy. Let's do it. Man, that was messy. I knew it was going to be messy, but I figured at low RPMs that maybe it wouldn't. We'll see what happens to that bit in there. Okay, so let's get this. Well, I think we can do some steel wool in here. I'm not gonna, you know what, I've been thinking about it. And this is a beautiful specimen I would love to have in my collection. But if there is a chance that I find this a new home, and this being quite a rare lantern, I am not going to do some repairs on those. I'm going to leave them open. Because they're not going to get any worse than they are now, and they're not bad. Just a couple little holes under here. Where is it, over? Yeah, over here in the ear tube. That's it. So, we're going to steel wool. We're going to treat this baby. I'm excited. I am so excited to see what this looks like when it's treated and assembled. That was a lot of work. Well, we're not even done yet. Okay, so let's get some steel wool and then some oil. And we're on to the home stretch. Possibly conclude part 2 here. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how she looks here. Let's get this brush wicked up with some oil. Get out of the way. Yeah, you just get completely out of the way there. I do enjoy this part, putting this on, because then you kind of watch how the attitude of the whole lantern changes when you see the way the metal looks, or paint, or patina, or whatever you want to call it. This, if it's your first time here, this is boiled linseed oil with about 10% kerosene mixed in with it. And I put it on with a brush so I can get in every little nook and cranny. It's very important. Ooh, wow, way too much oil on the brush. Wow. I am loving the colors I'm seeing. Nice, beautiful, dark metal, dark steel patina. Excellent. And this thing has got nooks and crannies galore with this cage in it, this mill cage. It's gonna be hard to make sure I get everything because not usually hindered by giant cages around your lantern like this. Just remember, every area you forget is an area that could potentially flash rust. And a lot of times it's in an area that you ignored. Therefore, you may not notice the flash rust until it's taken a pretty good hold. And I am putting far too much oil on this brush. But it's okay. It doesn't matter because we're going to wipe a lot of it off. All right. Well, what a beauty. What a beauty. Just seeing just a couple little shiny areas. That's why you see me there at the end kind of with a little wooden stick with the rag on it. And that's how I get in the corners to get. I don't like the wet look. I like the satin look. I like it to look healthy. I don't like it to look like it's got some kind of fake shine on there, like some kid putting far too much Armor All on his tires. All right, so let's find a nice vintage wick. Put in there. What do you say? It's a nice one. There we go. Vintage wick. Now, let's see where to begin. That's on with success. Oh, there I am seeing a little area. Got it. I'm not going to fire this baby up. Not today. I know some people like the fire ups. If you really want to see it fired up, leave a comment. We'll do a part 3. Or maybe I'll do another, my next project. We'll have this burning in the background or something. Although you can see by the size of this thing, it'll take up a good amount of my little tiny shop here. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? Because of all the work I saw somebody trying to pry this baby out, I am just going to prep this with a little 3-in-1. Give it a little extra protection against it seizing in there. Because maybe that's what happened. It seized up in there. Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We got our little hinge here to put on. Son of a gun. Okay, I got to take this back off. Come on now. Okay, now this is copper and it's a lot softer than brass. I am just going to go just a very loose loop here just to hold it on. There. See that? There. Because that's rusted out. So any kind of tugging on there. So I want to make it nice and loose. Perfect. Works for me. Okay. Oh, it's got baffle in it. Interesting. Okay, cool. Middle lantern's got a baffle in it. That's cool. I just happened to notice that down in the tank. Beautiful. Got our little hinge working. Wick going there. Now we put this back on. Yoink. Beautiful. And we got our trusty bail. I'm just checking for any situations. Fail test. Excellent. Okay, so globe. I was contemplating globes, and I think that this the Corning one looks real nice in there. So we'll continue with that. And I'm just gonna clean my hands up a little bit so I can put this globe in. It's interesting. This is giving off kind of a lemon, kind of a yellowness to it. Maybe it's something in their smelting process, something they add to their sand. Or that could be part of the CNX deal. Probably it. Right. Okay. Like a glove, but it's got some dirtiness. Where's that? Is that on the inside? I'll have to get that out of there. Okay, let's try that cleaning process all over again. One there, one here. Ah, much better. Oh, yes. We are done with the Dewey mill. Oh, that is a beautiful thing. God, I just might have to keep this. Beautiful. Let's come take a look, folks. If only I had a cat here to look at. Get moving. There we go. So, here we are, folks. The Dewey Mill tubular. How's that? Hairs all over everything. All right, folks, that was fun. This looks so nice. This just might be a favorite now. Folks, thank you so much for stopping by. Supervisor Baby thanks you. I thank you. And, as usual, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.